is FantasyEsque, and welcome back to The Sims 4 Vampire Amazon with the Salazar Coven. Before we begin, I want to say a very special welcome to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it immensely. When we left off in the previous episode, we had a grim kind of end to one of our favorite characters, and we put her gravestone at Trader's Rest, which was really sad because she wasn't a traitor. Well, I mean, I guess she technically was, but she did it for good reasons, okay? She did it for good reasons. We also saw Rowan added to Trader's Rest. We got to revisit some of the names in history that have done things which resulted in them being placed there as well, like previous traders. We had some of the Cavado ancestors, and I think we had Amanda Devil as well. So Zelda wrapped all of that up, and then we came back to the castle so that we could welcome Lady Izadora Salazar as the new champion, and we could meet Lady Anya Frostbite, Rowan's replacement, our new broodmother, for the remainder of this season. And I figured for this episode, we may just play around with the Sims and their whims to see how everyone is taking Isadora's arrival. Like get a bit of a feeling as to where everyone is at emotionally. Now they have had a few days to mourn the deaths of Sol and Rowan, and a lot of them have like emotionally recovered over the past 2 days, but you never know. They still probably feel really, really sad, especially Siri, because she was actually friends with Sol. A lot of them were friends with Sol. Sol just was an adorable and cheerful vampire that was nice to everyone, so no wonder people miss her. But these two sisters are doing just about fine, and I've seen some interactions happening between the Sims, which I will talk about as we play. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Look at our queen. She looks completely unfazed by this whole thing. I mean, her sister was on the chopping block and Zelda did end up dying, so I think the queen is absolutely fine with whatever's transpired. But let's dive right in. Now, Aphrodite, it's almost 8 a.m., so Aphrodite, Yuki, and Siri are going to be heading to Vampire Academy. So we'll have the adults to play with while they are gone. Now, Aphrodite has been the focus of the Salazar sisters over the past few days. So everyone has been obviously mourning and taking turns to mourn, but Aphrodite, she has been spending quite a bit of time with Lady Izadora in particular, getting trained up in her vampiric skills. So if we take a look at where she's at, she's currently a minor vampire. I don't think she's gained a vampire rank, but she's stacked up on some powers. So she's managed to get 2 of the 3 vampiric might. So she needs 1 more, and then she's good for that. I think we will then focus on trying to get all of this set. I think there's 3 Child of the Moon powers as well. So we want those 3. And then she has to start training with Izadora in terms of sparring until she defeats Izadora. And she's got 6 days until she is an immortal herself. So as soon as she gets that complete and she's an immortal, she can challenge her mother for the crown. Now, the good thing with Aphrodite, unlike her mother's time, she doesn't have any sisters. That means that even if she loses, she can just keep trying over and over and over again until she wins. Like, there's no other heiress to the throne. Her cousins, they're not in line, so she doesn't have to worry about any of that. She can pretty much take as long as she needs. But let me go through. I'm gonna check out some of their whims and see what we can get done for our various ladies. And then, of course, Yuki has been practicing her writing skill. We've been getting Saphira to practice fitness, and then Galaxia is trying to get that wellness skill up so that we can prep for when she becomes priestess. And I don't know if she's going to be able to get her skill high enough, but when we have our pregnancies happening in the next season, I want her to be able to do the fertility massage. I've also gone ahead and opened up the priestess tower so that I think this is still locked, so only Zelda has access to this portion. But I opened up this area because I feel like our Sims should be able to use the like massage facilities, right? So there we go, I've done that. And then half the time Galaxia is in the library with the other Sims, and it's just easier to send her to do meditation or yoga up there in the tower rather than going all the way back to her mother's quarters. So there we go. That's all the stuff that we've been working on behind the scenes. So Izadora, she wants to become angry by clicking on other Sims and selecting mean interactions. I mean, we could. Does Izadora want to pick on someone as soon as she comes in? Like, is that the first thing she wants to do? I mean, I suppose. I feel like that's a bit of a hard one to do, though. I mean, it's not specifically saying become an enemy. There's no guarantee she's going to be angry, especially with this thing we're getting. Okay, we're going to find some new whims, okay? We're going to find some new ones that we can do. Become focused. Actually, we can become focused by playing chess. So I'm gonna get her to become focused. We'll do that. And Wisteria, she wants to be funny with Lady Oriana. Yeah, so Wisteria and Oriana, they need to have a bit of a chat because Wisteria, I think at this point, is aware that Oriana was the one sneaking around trying to help Izadora. And that would have irritated her, except for the fact that Wisteria is actually grateful that Oriana managed to act in time and save her sister's life. So I think she wants to say thank you to Oriana, so she needs to have a chat with Oriana as soon as she can. Blaze Ronarain, he's attractive. The Ronarain boys, they are very attractive. Okay, Saphira wants to be funny with Galaxia. Of course, she's probably wanting to cheer up her sister, and Galaxia wants to be friendly with Saphira. I love the relationship these two twins have. They just are so close to one another. It makes me really happy that everything that's happened over the past couple of episodes that hasn't put a strain on their relationship as sisters, because they were kind of divided and they had to do certain things that they probably wouldn't have wanted to. Okay, Zelda wants to be funny with Oriana as well. Zelda's no doubt very thankful to Oriana for saving her life and helping her out, so I think both Zelda and Wisteria want to say thanks to our lovely scholar. And she wants to chat with Lady Zelda. Okay, so Zelda is on her mind as well. And Lady Zora. Lady Zora, workout tips, comedy skill. We could do that. We could do that. She wants to level up in comedy skill. And I could interpret that as her wanting to become more likable, and maybe she wants to lighten up the mood in the castle and the Coven because of all the things that have happened. Also, Lady Zora is, look at this, at the last stretch of her life. I don't know when she's going to pass away, but I think we have to emotionally prepare at this point that we're going to lose her pretty soon. So she will be leaving us at some point. When? I don't know for sure, but she will be. She could go any day. She could last for several days, or she could just, like, go in the next day. I'm not entirely sure. Because her life meter is as full as can be. Okay, is everyone's thirst good? Oh, she's focused. Look at that. She became focused all on her own. Oh my goodness, my queen. The queen's giving Izadora a massage. That shouldn't be the case. I don't mind if Zelda gives the Sims a massage, but not the queen. No. The queen would definitely not do something like this. Now, Izadora, what is her personality again? Because she came back and she actually approached Zelda for a massage not too long ago, and now she's doing the same with the queen. She doesn't have anything, but I do imagine her to be a little bit privileged. So now she's getting the queen to give her a massage. Okay, but Queenie is definitely not going to continue doing this. We must put a stop to this immediately. Also, Izadora has been chatting with Lady Zelda quite a bit. I think, trying to get on Zelda's good side. I mean, she's the one who threw Zelda under the bus, but Zelda doesn't know that, right? So much politics going on within the Coven and these sisters. But now that she's here, she's trying to, you know, keep the reins on anyone she can so that her place is kind of secure over here as the new champion. Izadora. Well, she's focused, so we don't have to worry about that. I think she knows what she wants to do in like she had to get rid of Soul to come here as the champion and take over Soul's position. And now that she is here, she knows what she has to do to keep things in check. She has to make sure she has a good relationship with the other vampires who have authority in the Coven right now. So she's very focused in that regard. Okay, let's go to Wisteria. Wisteria wanted to be funny with Lady Oriana. So we'll go ahead and get these two to chat a little bit. We'll tell her an outrageous story. We'll do that. So let's go up. Let's go up. Also, Lady Zelda, she had enough power points. She's a grandmaster. She had enough power points to get perfect sun resistance. That means now she can go out in the sun and she's not going to die from that. How perfect. How flippin' perfect. So she can go out and do things. I mean, if she wants. We don't really send our vampires out that much. But if she wanted to, she could, and that wouldn't even pose a problem at all. So that makes me happy. That makes me happy because I don't have to worry about her life as much now. She's kind of secure in that regard. So let's go, Queenie. Queen is sick, unfortunately. That's not the best. And oh, look at this. She's closer from happy memories with Oriana. So they have a good relationship with each other, which is awesome. And we need the butler to clean that up because that is disgusting. Look at the toilet. Look at the toilet. That is just nasty. Absolutely nasty. And look at the twins. I love that they like walk around together, spend time with each other without us having to do much. So nice. I remember when Wisteria and Zelda were young, they would barely be together, at least in my memory. I feel like they were always either fighting or busy doing other things. They just didn't get along that well. Which I found sad because, you know, they were identical twins. In my mind, it's like, you're identical. I mean, yes, you're different, but at the same time, you should be a set. Like 24/7. Didn't work out that way, but oh well. Okay, Saphira, you want to be funny with Galaxia. Oh my goodness, now Saphira's sick. Saphira, I mean, she looks lovely either way, but let's be funny. Oh my goodness, Saphira has also gained vampire rank, so she can actually train his sister now if she wanted to. Let's goof around because she has a goofy kind of personality. She does have a very goofy and then, you know, creative personality. So we'll go do that. And I imagine her being goofy. She used to be like that as a child with everyone, but then as she got older, I think the goofy side of herself is being reserved for her twin sister more and more. And everyone else she has started being a bit more mature with. Okay, excellent. And Galaxia, let's be friendly with your sister. Let's offer mental relaxation tips. We'll do that. But yeah, I feel in regards to these guys, now they haven't spent too... Oh my goodness, Zelda is really yelling at Saphira for some reason. Zelda, why are you being so mean to your daughter? Now, I feel like with the twins, they haven't spent too much time with Izadora, with Lady Izadora, their aunt, but they do have a decent relationship with her. They have they're friends with her. They just haven't spent a lot of time with her, like at all, since she has come in. And I imagine that as, you know, immortals, they're adults, so they're a bit more wary of what's going on. And even though Izadora is their aunt, they might know, like, things that kids can't sense between adults, you know, things that are unsaid, I feel like Saphira and Galaxia can. So they are probably keeping a bit of a distance from their aunt and sticking to each other more, because they really can't figure out what's going on between the adults right now, but they know something. Like it's more complicated than it looks. So there we go. Zelda, you wanted to be funny with Lady Oriana. Oriana, why is she stuck here? I want to know why she's stuck in the bathroom. Let's joke about old times. I think, okay, now Galaxia. See, I don't even mind Galaxia giving a massage to other Sims. Oh, Galaxia was going to give her own mother a massage. Well, I don't even mind, because they're both kind of in the priestess line. Zelda's a priestess. Galaxia is going to be the next priestess. So if they're practicing like massage, wellness skills, anything like that, then I really don't mind at all. But okay, let's joke about old times with Oriana, and then you can not go get a massage from your daughter, I suppose. But I feel as though over the course of this, Zelda has become a little bit closer to Galaxia and not so close to Saphira. And that's sad, but it's probably... Now she's being mean to Oriana. Zelda, control yourself. But I think that Galaxia wasn't the one who had to arrest Zelda, whereas Saphira did, and in doing so, she aligned herself quite strongly with Queen Wisteria, so maybe that hits a bit hard for Zelda, and she's holding that against her daughter almost. I mean, hey, when duty calls, right? You can't really be fussy about it. Oriana wants to chat with Lady Zelda, so she'll apologize. She doesn't know what she did to irritate Zelda, but she's gonna apologize. Come on, let's go apologize. Friendly advice. There we go. There we go. Okay, she managed to fix that somehow. And let's see. Lady Zora is going to come to the library, and she is going to write some jokes. She's going to write some jokes as a way of leveling up in her comedy skill, of practicing that. So hopefully she can lighten everyone's moods. Now what is her relationship with Izadora? She has a non-existent relationship with Izadora. I think Zora is very much like Galaxia and Saphira in that she doesn't know what Izadora is all about, so she's keeping a distance. She's keeping a distance. I think she remembers from her youth stories of how Izadora used to be with the other alchemists, because I don't think Izadora got along with our older alchemists, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, look, she absolutely hated Lady Marigold. Hated Lady Marigold, who was like one of our best alchemists that we've ever had. So I think that Zora is aware of those stories, and so she doesn't really want to get too close to Izadora, because Izadora, might lash out at her if she needs someone to start a problem with. And Zora has managed to survive well thus far, and she is at the last peg of her life, and I think that she just wants to stay out of the way and live a quiet existence until it's time for her to pass on. So that's what she's all about. Now, Zelda, as we've seen, she's been chatting with Izadora. She's none the wiser in terms of Isadora's role in her arrest and implication in the revolt, the rebellion that happened. And Izadora, at the end of the day, is her younger sister. So I think she is being open-minded towards Izadora, because Izadora came in and she's been seeking Zelda out quite a bit and comforting her, things that Zelda needs right now. So I think she's keeping an open mind about her sister, and she doesn't see any reason to create unnecessary issues and problems with Zelda coming into a new role, she probably is wanting to make things as smooth as possible. Now, Oriana doesn't have any relationship with Izadora at all. She hasn't interacted with Izadora much either. I imagine she is probably along the same lines as Zora and the Dragon Twins. I think she is being a little bit wary of Izadora, because if Oriana knows anything, it is that the vampires are never straightforward. Even among siblings, they're never straightforward. So she doesn't know what Isadora's thinking. She's spent much of a life away from Izadora. Well, Izadora has spent it away from everyone else. So if anything, Oriana wants to be wary, because Oriana also realizes that Sol and Izadora were friends. She knows they were friends. And yet, when Sol died, Izadora was at Castle Sheba, and she hasn't heard anything about Izadora speaking up for Sol during that whole event. So she doesn't feel as though Izadora is very trustworthy. And as you know, the only other sim in that generation now that isn't related to the Salazars, I think she is going to be very careful around Izadora as well, because what if Izadora does something that, what if she gets in trouble somehow? She definitely doesn't want that to be a thing. But I think that's what we have for everyone's thoughts. Now, we didn't get the thoughts of the youngsters because they were away at Academy, but Siri wants to finish her homework, which, where is your homework? I don't even know where it is. She wants to hug someone, actually. So we'll get her to hug someone. Yuki wants to rhapsodize about piano sonatas. Okay, we can do that. And then Princess Aphrodite. Let's see. Give me something I can work with Aphrodite. Here we go. She wants to, ask to drink from Lady Zora. Okay, well, you can get that done, Princess. We can arrange that for you. We can definitely arrange that for you. Okay, Siri. I think, okay, she's chatting with Galaxia, so where is Galaxia? Galaxia's here. I'm gonna get her to hug Galaxia since she is already chatting with Galaxia. Okay, let's see. Hug. Now, Siri took Sol's death quite hard because she is the youngest after all, so she obviously isn't as hardened as the other older vampires, and she's outgoing, so she is one of the Sims. She's similar to Sol in that she has tried to befriend everyone in the Coven, everyone that she can. I mean, if you look, except for Oriana, she hasn't spent much time with Oriana, but she's pretty much friends with every other lady that we had in the Coven, with her sisters, with all of her cousins, with all of her aunts. And then Sol as well. She has friends with Sol, so I think she's been quite upset about that whole thing, and she would go to her older sister, Galaxia, for comfort, because we know that Saphira doesn't like kids, and in particular, she doesn't like Siri. I mean, their relationship isn't bad. They're friends, but they've become more distant ever since Saphira has become an immortal, because she thinks Siri's company is too childish for her and she doesn't have time to be a kid anymore. She has to be a grown-up, mature, serious champion. So that's what's going on with these guys. Aphrodite might as well get a last drink from Zora before Zora is ready. Why is she so enraged? Let's ask permission to drink. Oh my goodness, she's having the worst day because of a high maintenance trait. She's having such a bad day, she's transformed into her dark self. Oh my goodness, honey. Let's not get too enraged, because I think your Sims can die if they're too enraged. Maybe a drink will help calm her. let's ask permission to drink. So this is the first time we're really seeing that high maintenance trait come into play with our princess, because she is high maintenance. So come on, Zora, princess's life. She wants a drink like really, really badly. She got stung by bees. She's having just the worst day. Okay. I'm gonna have to get you to stand up, and I'm gonna have to get you to stop chatting with Saphira so that we can help out our princess. Come on. Come on. Up, up. Up, up. For a second, I was like, what is the butler doing? That is not the butler. That is Zora's familia. That is Zora's familia, Smokey. Okay, let's get you to come and ask permission to drink now. There we go. Hopefully some blood helps to calm down her own boiling blood. Look at her, she's stomping around. She looks like Morgana Devilzar and Amanda Devil with that red skin tone in her dark form. Oh no! Oh no! Zora was like, nope. Oh, that's unfortunate. They're not friends. That won't work. Okay, well that's definitely not gonna work. She wants to finish doing homework is the other thing. Do you even have homework? I don't know what your homework is. Okay, we're gonna have to do something else because unfortunately she's not friends with Zora, so there is no way that's gonna work. Go for a jog. You know what? Go for a jog. Go for a jog, and maybe that's gonna improve your mood. Let's go jogging. Let's go jogging, honey. Come on, Princess Aphrodite. Maybe like some fresh air. It's 11 p.m., so she's not at risk if she goes outside. And I think everyone's getting thirsty, so I'm gonna have to get Zora to deal with everyone's thirst pretty soon. She's gonna have to make a new batch of potions. At this point, every time they get thirsty, because I feed everyone in one go, I get Lady Zora to make 2 batches of potions, and then we just feed everyone at once. But there we go, Aphrodite. You need a nice run. Come on, let's go. There we go. You need a good run in the night air so you can feel nice and calm. Hopefully that helps because this is important. Okay, there we go. Enjoy the lovely views around your castle. I am very intrigued by what Aphrodite's castle is going to look like in the next generation. I've already started work on it and I know the basic color scheme, but it looks very different to this castle, like very different. And I think I've downsized a little bit maybe. Yeah, I think I've downsized because as much as I love this castle, I find it very frustrating that we have like a bazillion levels that everyone has to travel, and it takes so much time for them to go from one room to another. So I think I have downsized. But I haven't done any of the interior. I've barely decorated the outside. I have the basic structure down. I have the roof, the walls, and I think I've divided the rooms, but I haven't worked on much else. And that was a few months ago. I haven't touched it, but it's sitting there. Sitting there. I don't think I'm going to work more on it until we finish this generation. So I'll probably kind of focus in on this, getting these episodes out, and then as soon as that's done, when we're on our break, that's probably when, like after we finish this generation, then I'm going to be working on the next castle. Okay, now that's done. Yuki, you wanted to chat with someone about piano sonatas. So let's see. Who do we have? Let's see what we can find. Is anyone here? Is anyone nearby? Okay, no one's here. Let's see. Siri's sleeping. Everyone's probably downstairs, in all honesty. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see. Who are you friends with at this point? I mean, you're close to Aphrodite. She's jogging, though. But why don't you go out to Aphrodite? She's still jogging. Let's be friendly. Let's be friendly. Now, where is this option? Where is this option about... There we go. Rhapsodize about piano sonatas. We'll go do that. Come on. Come on, let's get going. Let's get going. Yuki. Now, what is her relationship with Izadora? Okay, they are friends because Izadora is her aunt. She's still jogging. Okay, well, she's busy. Why don't you go to Izadora, actually? Go chat with Izadora. I don't think Yuki has talked with Izadora since she moved in. So this might be a good opportunity for her to go ahead and get a feel for her aunt, who I don't think she's been very exposed to, especially because she is related to Izadora through her father's side. And I don't know if I'm mistaken. Actually, we could find out like this. There we go. Okay, they are twins. So Izadora and Lord Art are actually twins. That means that Oriana, no, not Oriana, what am I saying? That means that Yuki, even though all of the Salazar sisters are her aunts, she's actually more closely related to Lady Izadora than to Wisteria and Zelda. Because her father and Lady Izadora are full siblings. So, okay, let's go on down. I feel like that might make her a little bit intrigued about Izadora, because she has like heard a lot about Izadora, but she has never really had the chance to spend any time with her. And I imagine that Lord Art would also, you know, chat a little bit about Izadora from time to time. The odd thing is, even though they are twins, I feel like they were the most, like, they weren't that close. They weren't really that close. I think Art was closer with Wisteria, especially after Wisteria became queen. So, yeah, I definitely think Yuki would be intrigued by her aunt. Like, what kind of person is she? You know, what is my father's twin like? Unfortunately, she can't have a father live with her at the castle, but she can have a piece of her father in Izadora. So it's almost like Isadora's like a father figure at home, and Oriana's her mother figure. So I think she would be very intrigued with Lady Izadora. But okay, I think this episode has stretched on quite a bit, but I feel like we've gotten a good idea of where everyone is at with Isadora's arrival. Let me know what you guys think. How do you feel about Izadora having moved into the castle? But okay, guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.